Scientists, does your old cadaver reek of formaldehyde and rotting body parts? If so, this 2017 Biobot is meant for you.
This new and improved Biobot does not need preserved chemicals to keep fresh. Did I mention it's easy to transport from lab to lab?
You can get this 2017 economically safe Biobot at just the price of $100 instead of a real cadaver that costs a lot.
Did you hear that? At only the price of $100, you can get your very own cadaver and teach your students the exciting human system.
Just call the scientists today to get your very own 2017 Biobot at 1-800-BIRDSOLVE-101.
The brain controls the motor functions of the body's ability to balance, and its ability to interpret information sent to the brain by the eyes, ears, and other sensory organs. We used a sponge to represent the brain because just like how a sponge absorbs liquid, the brain absorbs signals, giving the body directions to function. The brain also absorbs and holds knowledge.
The eye has many parts that work together to produce clear vision. The eye works to gather, focus, and transmit light through a lens to create an image of the surrounding environment. A magnifying glass is used to represent the eyes because they are like the lens we have in our eyeball. A magnifying glass is a convex lens that is used to produce a magnified image of an object.
Hey y'all, did you know the ears are organs that provide two main functions, hearing and balance? We use antennas to represent ears because a robot's antennas are how robots decipher sound waves, like humans use their ears to interpret sound.
The nose is the body's primary organ of smell and also functions as part of the body's respiratory system. Air comes into the body through the nose as it passes over the specialized cells of the olfactory system. The brain recognizes and identifies the smell. Hairs in the nose clean the air of foreign particles. We used an air freshener to represent the nose because like a nose perceives smells, an air freshener produces smells for people to sense.
We use twine for the robot's hair because it's nappy, just like a human's hair.
The mouth is the beginning of the digestive tract. Chewing breaks down the foods into pieces that are more easily digested. We use the trash can lid that represents the mouth because just like food gets broken down, so does trash as it decomposes. The esophagus seems to have only one important function to the body, to carry foods, liquids, and saliva from the mouth to the stomach. We used a garden hose to represent the esophagus because like a garden hose transports water, an essential aspect to a plant's life, the esophagus transports food, which is essential to a human's life.
The trachea is a wide, hollow tube that connects the larynx to the bronchi of the lungs. It is an integral part of the body's airway and has the vital function of providing airflow to and from the lungs for respiration. We use a snorkel to represent the trachea because when you are underwater, a snorkel allows you to breathe air. The lungs' main function is to help the oxygen from the air by inhaling into the red cells in the blood. During exhalation, the lungs expel carbon dioxide produced when cells use oxygen. For the lungs, we use empty jugs. This represents the lungs' function because the jugs hold liquid like lungs hold air.
The tubes that make up the bronchial tree perform the same function as the trachea. They distribute air to lungs. We use straws to represent the brachii tubes because straws allow air to pass, just like the brachii tubes do.
The heart is an essential part to the human body. Its job is to pump blood throughout the body and supply oxygen and nutrients to the tissue. The heart also removes carbon dioxide. For the heart, we use half of a tennis ball. Like a heart, the tennis ball also contracts and pumps.
The diaphragm is the primary muscle used in the respiratory process. It is a sheet of muscle that separates the lungs from their main body cavity. It forms a seal that allows the lungs to inflate during respiration. An inflated volleyball was used for the diaphragm because both the volleyball as well as the diaphragm inflate and deflate.
The liver's main function is to filter the blood coming from the digestive tract before sending it out to the rest of the body. The liver also detoxifies chemicals and metabolizes drug. An oil filter is used to represent the liver because they both have the function of filtering.
The gallbladder stores and concentrates bile, which is a yellow-brown enzyme produced by the liver. We chose the green Sprite can because it stores liquid and concentrates carbonation. Kidney, which rhymes with Sydney, extracts waste from the body and balances the body fluid from the urine. We chose the water bottle because inside the water bottle is a filter that filters waste out of the water just like the kidney. The ureter carries urine from the kidney to the bladder. We chose the IV tubes because it is able to carry fluid like the real ureters in a human's body. The urinary bladder stores urine. We chose a yellow balloon because it will store air just like the urinary bladder will store urine. The urethra carries urine from the bladder to outside the body. We chose a yellow straw because it's the color of urine and is able to transfer liquid to outside the body.
The function of the stomach is to secrete acids and enzymes that digest food. The stomach muscles contract periodically, churning food to help aid with digestion. To represent this function, we used a whisk. Like the stomach, the whisk is used to churn and mix up food.
The pancreas converts the food that we eat into fuel for our body's cells. We chose the TV remote because just like the remote controls the TV, the pancreas controls your blood sugar levels and metabolism. The spleen is a filter for blood and helps fight certain bacteria. We chose the brown sponge because the brown sponge will get bacteria off pots and pans.
The small intestine is responsible for 90% of the digestion between the two intestines. Its main function is to absorb nutrients and minerals from food. A cable cord was used because it absorbs electricity as the small intestine absorbs nutrients and minerals.
The major function of the large intestine is to absorb water from the remaining indigestible food matter and send out the useless waste from the body. For the large intestine, we used a pair of pantyhose stuffed with cotton balls over a cable cord. This demonstrates how the large intestine contracts to move food along, starting from the duodenum, up the ascending colon, over to the transverse colon, down the descending colon, and out the rectum.
The rectum is the last stop during the digestive process. The role of the rectum is to temporarily store feces before being expelled out of the body. A lotion pump is used for the rectum because the pump releases lotion as the rectum releases waste.
Ow! Me robot arm! Beep bop boop bop boop beep bop boop bop boop 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 beep.